Welcome back to Beyond the Badge, where we show you the real people behind the uniform. And today, we've got a full house and possibly too many Waldies for one room. You'll hear about how these three brothers each play a unique role here at the Columbus Police Department, how they serve the city in very different ways, and yes, how they all ended up working under the same roof. It's equal parts public service and family reunion with a little chaos sprinkled in. So joining us today is Zachary Waldie, I should say.
Zachary's
our supervisor at 911, Corporal Logan Waldie from our motor squad, and Sergeant Bradley Waldie, but I know they call you Brad.
Either one's fine.
Investigative services. Got you. So let's clear this up off the top. Who's the oldest, who's the bossiest, and who still acts like the youngest?
I'm the oldest. I'll probably still act like the youngest.
Brad is definitely the bossiest.
I think Logan's the bossiest, honestly.
No, I just keep you guys in check.
Okay.
Do people here ever get confused by the names? Like, do they ever mix y'all up a lot, or is it
All the time.
all the time?
I get Brad Waldie's emails very often.
Oh, yeah. I've gotten a couple of those where they're asking me about a case, and I'm like, I don't know anything about that.
Well, I mean, you're in the motor squad now,
Yes,
Logan and Waldie, and you just came from the motor squad. Well, not just came from the motor squad, but you're in investigative services now. So I'm pretty sure that gets a little bit confusing from time to time.
Every now and then, they know that I'm the better Waldie, though, when it comes down to it.
They can't hear you nodding, by the way, Brad.
I know. Like they said, a lot of times I get their emails, but other than that, they know who's who, I think, but they don't know who's the oldest, youngest. A lot of times people keep telling me they thought Zachary was the oldest. They thought Logan was the middle child, and they thought I was the middle child and Logan was the youngest. But they get confused every now and then trying to find out who's the youngest between the three of us.
I always thought Zach was the oldest.
For clarification, it's Logan.
No, it's not.
So I know people get confused by the emails and stuff, but what's one funny story that you all can recall working here together? I'll start with you, oldest, bossiest.
I don't know.
Brad.
I don't know that I have a funny story about it, but how I've been trying to get people to understand who's the older one, who's who on this is you have bigger Waldie and littler Waldie. So Brad Waldie, Logan Waldie. I don't know how to incorporate Zachary into that, but now I guess B is going to be bossiest Waldie because of the podcast. I don't know. So.
Y'all have any funny stories?
Not any funny ones, just Brad falling down in foot pursuits. He runs like a baby gazelle. He's still finding his footing.
So what's the group text like? Y'all have like a group chat amongst you three?
We got the whole family in there, and we're all rowdy, every single one.
But it's not just three of you all. You all have another brother?
Just three of us.
We do. Garrett Williams, he's my twin. Identical. We look exactly the same. He's just not as big as me.
Yeah, he was invited to the family reunion. His name was on the back of our T-shirts because we have a Williams in the family.
Oh, nice. Did he come?
He did.
Okay, good. I was about to say, if he didn't come, y'all would have to,
ask him about it. I kind of, invited him on a camping trip and didn't tell him it was a whole family reunion. Found out when he got there.
So for those of you who don't know, Garrett Williams, he was also a part of our motor squad, and he's now up in training, but he's like the tallest guy you'd probably see here, and he's swole too. He probably could bench press the building or a squad car, I'm not sure. Who would you say is the most dramatic among you all?
Zachary.
Probably me.
You didn't even have a chance.
I was going to throw it at Logan, but I'll take it.
Okay. Let's talk about y'all's roles too, and we'll start with you, Zach. What's something that people don't understand about dispatchers? Like, what's your role like?
Well, with me being off the radios, I'm not on the radios anymore. I don't answer the phones. But it's not just answering the phone. I came down into 911 with that misconception that it was just going to be answering the phone, telling somebody where to go, which largely that's what it is, but there is a lot more that goes into it with certifications and everything like that. and it's definitely a lot more than TV lets it on to be.
Was there ever a time where you had to work a shift like that your brothers was on and you had to dispatch?
We used to work together all the time, and
What was
that one especially, I'm pointing at Logan for the people who can't see, gave me a hard time all the time.
Never. I would never do that.
He used to call me ma'am on the radio.
I couldn't tell.
I don't know how y'all do it. But
Well,
so what's a moment that stuck with you, like that still sticks with you to this day, like when you were on the radio, I suppose?
again, Brad falling down. But off the radio, it's probably both their promotion ceremonies, because I do give them a hard time, but I am very proud of both of them. Here come the dramatics.
Uh-oh.
That they're talking about.
So, let's go to you. I know, Logan.
That's me.
You're in the motor squad now.
Yes, ma'am.
And technically, you are following in your big bossy brother's footsteps. What does that look like day to day? I know a lot of people say, "Oh, y'all are in parades and you do funeral escorts," but what does a day to day look like for you?
Well, day-to-day main objective is enforcing traffic laws, working, the normal fender bender crashes, and then investigating fatalities. Gladly, we don't have to do that often, a little bit too often sometimes, but day-to-day working crashes, enforcing traffic law, and community policing, community outreach, being seen, riding on the motorcycle and looking cool. It's not all about always writing tickets, but being out there, being seen, that'll obviously provide a positive feedback from the community. But sometimes you have to write those tickets.
What does it mean for you to follow in Brad's footsteps on the motor squad?
Well, I've been told I followed in his footsteps, and I guess if you look at it from the outside in, I did. But,
From the inside, he did too.
Well, when we were growing up, I was still in high school. Brad had just started law enforcement and going to motor squad. I think I was graduating high school when Brad was in motors. And he'd come home and tell stories, and I was like, there's nothing better. I could go to college and probably make a lot of money, but that sounds like a cool job. I want to do that. And I did go to college for a little bit and said, no, I'm going to go be a police officer. And I don't regret it. I mean, there's more money out there somewhere else, but I don't need the money.
But you do this because you love it.
I do.
Good. What was a moment that stuck with you? Well, I guess you could say about being in patrol or motor squad. I mean, motor squad falls under patrol, but...
Are you talking working with Brad or just in general?
Not everything's about me.
Well, I mean, we
You
work
don't have
together.
to continue to be like me. It's okay.
You're so right.
Give
I need
me
to
both.
stop.
I would like to hear that, though.
I mean, being in patrol, it's a great job. I mean, that's where you learn how to be a police officer. I don't know, there's so many memories out there, but I guess just being able to go out there and do what I can in patrol to get into motor squad, being able to, make traffic stops, work crashes. But there's so many memorable moments. I remember when me and Brad Waldie got to work together, and it's like every single night I'd call him. Hey, I got a DUI. Can you come and help me with this? Hey, I got this. Can you come and help me with that? And, I followed in his footsteps, but he is a big reason I'm where I'm at, because when I first started, I think his phone probably rang 100,000 times a day. Hey, Brad, I got a question. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, Brad, I need this. Brad, come and help me with this. Can you come help me with that? So he is a big reason where I'm at. And, I followed in his footsteps, but I think I'm doing a little bit better.
Okay. Well, it's good that you can, call on your actual brother to help you out with some of those things. So.
And just for the record, a lot of those times I said, go ask your sergeant. Ask your sergeant.
Right, you're so funny. This is the most I've ever heard you talk, and it's hilarious. Okay. You've been in patrol, you've been in motor squad, and now you're up in investigative services. What unit are you in?
So it's Special Victims Unit
Special
or
Victims,
Youth Services.
okay.
The old youth services. So if you're about to ask me what I do, I really don't know. I can give you kind of a rundown, but I'm still learning exactly what I'm doing because I just got moved over there.
So you're fairly new in Special Victims, and that's fine. How do you... already it's an adjustment. It's not what you're quite used to.
It's a lot slower pace. It's different for sure. I mean, they investigate. It's kind of like a general assignment type of thing. You can be working deceased infants. You can be working missing person, a runaway juvenile, child-on-child crimes. And I just didn't know how many child-on-child crimes there were and how many missing runaways and persons you have that come in on a day-to-day basis, because every day, Lieutenant Hoover's got 5 or 6 reports to pass around the unit to say, hey, you're working this and you're working this one and you're working that one. So it's a lot different because it's not a position with blue lights and sirens and
you're not going call to call.
I'm not running and tripping on the ground anymore.
Yet.
Yet is that's the correct answer, yet.
So, and how long have you been here at the police department?
I'm going on 10 years in June, so 9 years.
And how has things changed since you've been here, that you feel?
It's a roller coaster. I mean, this place has gotten really bad at times. It's gotten really good. I think we're in a upward trajectory for sure. We had, I don't know, things changed since I started here, because when I started, I didn't have a body camera. We have body cameras now. That was in 2015. You'd think we'd have body cameras then, but we didn't. So we had Eagle Eye in-car cameras, and just things like that have gotten different. Computers have gotten different. How we answered calls, how he was asking me how to run some stuff. How do I figure this out or that out? Run it through iGail. What's iGail? We don't have that no more. Never mind. So just little things like that. A lot of stuff's changed.
So how do you manage being big brother and boss? You're a sergeant. I know you have a few people.
Tell him to call it a sergeant, but I don't know. There was a lot of times when he said he wanted to do it, I thought to myself, I was like, well, I did this, and this in Columbus. It's kind of dangerous, and he probably doesn't need to do that. And then I just had to kind of get over it and say he could do it. And the funny thing is Zachary wanted to be the police officer. Nobody's asking him that yet. He was the one that wanted to be the police officer. Neither of us did. I was supposed to go to college too. I ended up here.
You graduated though.
I did.
What did you start going to college for, Brad?
Yeah, so I was going to be a heart surgeon.
Oh, okay.
And then I found out that police officers, I was involved in a crash. Police officers ended up having less maths to do, less chemistries, and here I am. And I think he found that out too, but he didn't finish. He just said, I'm done.
Well, you say that there's a lot less math, and you went to motors and you went to the recons, and we did a lot of math in those classes.
Yeah, we did.
Well, I mean, you were kind of prepared for it, I guess. Yeah. So, Zachary, what happened? You were supposed to be the police officer too.
So I got here, 3-4 years after you did? I'll be at 7 years in September. So back when Brad was on patrol, they were drawing the scene with stone and chisel from memory. But that was the plan. I had applied to both be on patrol and do dispatch, but dispatch ended up calling first. So I said I'm going to give it a year, try and get myself in shape, and then go to the academy. And I just got down there and ended up loving the job, loving the people that I'm working with. So I just never left.
Or did you leave?
I did leave.
Okay.
I left for 3 months.
I forgot you thought
that's
I
an
didn't remember
extended
that.
vacation.
Okay. And what brought you back?
Me.
It was not Brad. It was not Brad. It was Brad and Logan.
There you go.
But the money was better. I'm not going to lie. But it just was not home. This is home.
This is home.
He got bored.
I did get bored as well, but
He missed his brothers.
I did.
So when you all are at family events, do you all talk about shop or work, or do you try to separate work from home and family time?
Well, Brad never talks about anything because Brad just doesn't talk.
He talked today.
Yeah,
I'm
he
really
did.
surprised.
Today. I have never seen anybody get that many words out of him. He's very to himself.
That sounds like, I don't know, sounds like I may need a little trophy. Got Brett to talk a
You
word.
Put it on the wall.
And now he's not talking.
I think the longer we've been doing it together, the less we talk about it. I know when I started out, I thought it was cool. I was like, hey, I know all the run codes you guys used to know. And they would talk run codes, to the traffic 10 codes and all that. And then when I first started in patrol, hey guys, I know what a 8110 is, and that's an accident with injuries, and we would talk about that. And I think as time goes on, we kind of, when we're together with mom and dad or with the family, I don't think we talk too much about work. Leave it at work and go home and enjoy home. But we will talk about it occasionally.
A lot of times it's cases.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing at work? I think mom's opinion is that we all work together every day. We see each other, hold hands, go to calls together. Zachary dispatches us, and we just show up together.
And we solve the mystery at hand.
Does it give her like a level of comfort that you all are all working in the same building,
Probably
or is she
not.
afraid
No.
that
No.
y'all are gonna bring it down?
That's another reason why I didn't go up to patrol, because 3 people on the streets, oh my God, my mom would have a heart attack.
Ooh.
Yeah, bless her heart. I mean, she thinks that the world's going to end every day, which, I mean, all 3 of her children work for the Columbus Police Department as police officers and dispatchers. I mean, it's got to be hard on a mom, but I think we do it pretty well.
I think she just came to the conclusion she's just not going to think about it anymore. We do what we do. We all work together. She's good with it.
But I bet she's proud of y'all though, right?
She is.
Mom and Dad. Good.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom, it's your favorite son.
Bradley.
I said it first.
You're not. So family life. Do you all have any wives, kids? How do y'all balance that?
I'm the favorite uncle.
You're the favorite uncle. Okay.
I have a child, divorced. Good terms, though.
Okay, I didn't want to laugh at that, but why did you have to say it like that?
That's just how I talk.
I don't know. You wanted to get to know Zachary. That's Zachary. That's beyond the badge.
That is
Zachary.
beyond the
That
badge.
is beyond the bed.
That's
You're right.
I have a wife, Cody, a 4-year-old child, Emerson, and one on the way, Colton, will be here on the 15th.
Really?
Yep.
You really do not talk. Congratulations. Like, how did...
Everybody knows except for everybody.
Yeah, just so
Everyone-
you two know, because I didn't tell you guys, her induction date changed to Tuesday.
I already knew. Mom told me. Happy birthday, by the way, Cody.
Happy birthday, Cody.
Your favorite brother-in-law.
I told you this was a bad idea.
this
It
is
was in the
good.
email. There's documentation.
There is documentation, but this is good stuff. But how are you all balancing though? Like especially you, wife and a kid and one on the way. How are you balancing that?
Day to day.
Day to day.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. That's a hard question with a lot of answers. It's just like any other job, you know. She works dispatch or did work dispatch in Lee County, so she had a 4-and-4 schedule. I think at the time I was 2-2-3s in patrol and special ops, and now I'm Monday through Friday. She's Monday through Friday, but now we're balancing it with FMLA and whatever we decide to do in the future with how work works. It's just balance it like any other job. Find a daycare and stick the kid in daycare, stick the kid at the grandparents' house. I mean,
But you have the support though.
yeah, we definitely have the support.
Perfect.
We have, her mom and our parents don't live too far away from each other. A little bit
that's
further
good.
than we want them to live, but
Maybe you can think about, building like that compound,
yeah, if these two
Give
would pitch in some money.
Yeah, give them money, Logan and Zachary.
Yeah,
We need more
Chief,
money.
we need 2 promotions. 3 promotions.
3.
Well, he's going to be listening to this. So, Chief, I didn't say all that, but you heard him.
Brad did.
If you want the raise, you got to say it came from you. You're the
right.
favorite.
You're right. You said it, not me.
He is the favorite.
And how are you balancing?
I have, again, like Brad said, a great support system. Me and my ex-wife are on very great terms. Her mom helps out immensely. My parents help when they can because they work. I still have yet to get Logan to babysit.
He hasn't asked.
How are you the favorite uncle and they have to ask you to babysit?
I babysat Emerson not too long ago.
But that's Emerson. What's your baby's name?
Beckham.
Beckham.
I haven't been asked if I can babysit Beckham. But
He used
we
to
also
watch him
all
on-
3
That's-
work the
yeah.
exact same schedule now.
That's
That
the
is
hard
true.
part. That's all Monday through Friday now, so you can't really rely on your brothers to say, hey, favorite uncle, watch your kid.
He can get them on a weekend. Maybe you can go out and enjoy
Well,
yourself.
he would say, Uncle Brad's going to watch me?
Because Uncle Logan has been asked to watch him.
No, because he's his favorite uncle.
You're right.
Ooh,
I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I will give him that.
Yeah.
Sounds like you got some making
I'll step
up
it
to
up.
do.
Yeah, I'll step it up.
You need to. 1018.
What does that mean?
Step it up.
Y'all are interesting. So let's go around the table here about what makes you the most proud about doing this job. We can start with you this time.
Start oldest brother.
Boss.
I have no idea. I mean, this is a job where I got into it and it was a job to have, and then it got fun, and it's a fun job to have, and you just continue to have fun. But I don't know. I guess making it proud now, I'm obviously proud that I've got two younger brothers that either they say or don't say they want to follow in my footsteps, and that's a proud moment to have. But I don't want to have the big ego and say that's why they did it. They obviously made their own decisions. I didn't drag them here. I told them all the stories and stuff, and they decided to do it. But I guess now it's just kind of, I don't know, it's just different with each unit I've been in. There's different cases you work that, when you get an outcome on it that you feel like you gave justice to a family, then it makes you feel a little good inside, I guess. But
It's rewarding for you,
yeah,
would you
but
say?
a lot of it is more of it's fun. It's a great job to have, and I mean, it's something you come into every day, and it's just different.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to walk into.
Never know what you're going to get.
Learned that the hard way.
That's it. That's it.
Just like this podcast.
You kind of knew it was going to be a little bit of chaos, though. What about you, Logan?
Oh, it's like Brad said, you come in every day and it's, what am I going to see today? What am I going to do today? I mean, like Brad said, he didn't drag us into it. He actually told us not to do it. And if we did do it, go to college. And I didn't listen to either one of those things. Being able to work with both of them, at one point we were all on the same shift. And it was just, it's nice being able to hear your brother on the other end of the radio, or see your brother backing you up, or you backing your brother up. But you get that self-gratitude, I guess you could say. You close a case out, or you arrest the bad guy, or you help somebody in need. It's self-rewarding, because there's not many people that come up to you and say, hey, thank you. And in Columbus, there are a lot of people that really do appreciate their Columbus Police Department. But, there's a lot of people that, they're not going to walk up to you and say, hey, thank you for what you do. So you do get a little bit of self-reward. But, we're not doing it for the money. We're not doing it for the thank yous. It's a fun job. We get to come to work and do something different every day.
Well, like they both said, it does make me immensely proud to be able to come to work and see them on a regular basis, and see them moving to different points in their careers. Hopefully Logan can step it up and go from the second most elite unit on the police force to be where Brad was, in the most elite unit on the police force, Special Operations. Shout out to Spec Ops. But I don't know that that's what his interest is.
It's not.
It's not. It's not.
I'm where I need to be.
He doesn't want to follow in Brad's footsteps, because there's a lot of skid marks in between each footstep, because he's falling down all the time.
I got to measure those skid marks, too.
And he said a lot of things about balance with his family, but he has no balance in his body. So I don't know where that came from.
This is supposed to be your proud moment. Now you're talking about your brother's balance.
I'm proud of him for growing into another role that does not require him to chase as much.
Zachary is the comedian of the family, and side note, he can rap.
He is a rapper.
Okay.
I'm no Kurt Coppins.
Oh, you're better than Kurt.
No, I'm not.
We got to hear something, though.
No, you don't.
Oh, freestyle.
Oh. No? You sure?
Come on.
No.
You got a mic like this at home. Kind of.
You
It's probably
do.
a little bit
Nope.
cheaper than this one.
Whoa, now.
I can email you a link.
Okay. Please email me the link, and I'll include it.
Hashtag raps.
All right.
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
All right.
It's good. You got good music.
I think it's good. Don't listen to the old stuff. It's not as good as the newer stuff.
What's your stage name?
Hashtag.
Hashtag
Hash-
raps.
Oh, it's really just
It's
hashtag.
been shortened
You gotta spell it.
to tag because I got older.
I have to spell it
Hashtag
out.
Raps. Pretty good. Listen to 99 Problems.
That is a good one.
That's my favorite one.
I'm gonna
That's an
include
old
the
one.
link. Okay, so
I will email it to you. I promise.
email me the link, and I'm gonna include it. With
I'm going to
this.
email you a link as well for Kurt Coppin's Inside Your Mind. Everybody look that up on YouTube.
Oh my God.
They already have. Shout out to Kurt. That was a good one.
It is a great one.
I'm
It's a
scared.
great
I don't
song. It's
even
a
know
banger.
what I'm walking into here.
We informed you.
You
This was
did.
a bad idea.
But I have to go and watch.
Beyond the Badge,
Yes, ma'am.
hashtag Raps. He's good. He actually tried out for
America's Got Talent. He did do that.
Didn't make it.
Yeah, but because they already had a rapper. And he was younger. He's more mature now. Better music.
I feel like I'm learning so much about you that I would have never guessed.
Thanks, Brad. The one that doesn't talk.
You're welcome.
Had us all.
It's already kind of been floating around anyways. I usually say, hey, email me the song because I got a new phone. I need it back.
I knew that's where that was coming from because I have gotten a lot more inquiries about it. And I was like, I remember telling you that. And it's usually a day or two or a week after Brad asks for the
He gets
copy
really
of the song.
embarrassed about it. You know, Beyond the Badge, I came home one time. He was standing up in his computer chair just going at it.
Oh, really?
Really great.
I need all of this
No, you
evidence. I don't. Okay.
No, you don't.
You don't need it.
But
Nice.
you told it. It's out there now.
It is.
It's not podcast
You might go
friendly.
viral. You might have a new job. You're welcome.
Hey, Brad does deserve some type of cut here. He did put you out there.
Yeah.
He's my manager. He's the boss.
He's the
He's the
boss.
boss, yeah.
He's the boss. Well, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for
Absolutely.
your professionalism as well as your crazy.
We brought that in.
I thought I left it at the door.
It is okay. So until next time, thanks you all for listening to Beyond the Badge.